All right, everybody. What's up? This is Jay. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast Sports Talk. Let's get into it. Now, the NBA has approved a list of social messages that can be put on jerseys. Now, we know the league is about to start in Orlando pretty soon on this little proposed bubble. Now, at first, a lot of the players didn't want to start because of what's going on with the social justice movement, and they didn't want to be a distraction. And then they decided, well, we'll put the names of people that have been killed by police brutality on the back of the jerseys. Now they've come to an agreement. Instead of doing that, we're going to put social messages on the jersey. Now it says that they came to this agreement Friday, and that the messages will be displayed above the numbers on the backs of the jerseys when the league resumes July 30th. Now, the list of suggested social messages that were agreed upon by the NBA Players Association and the NBA, that's made available to players by email. And the list is Black Lives Matter, Say Their Names, Vote, I Can't Breathe, Justice, Peace, Equality, Freedom, Enough, Power to the People, Justice Now, Say Her Name, Si Se Puede, which is Yes We Can. I don't know what. And then it says Liberation, See Us, Hear Us, Respect Us, Love Us, Listen to Us, Stand Up, Ally, Anti-Racist, I Am a Man, Speak Up, How Many More, Group Economics, that's a good one, Education Reform is a good one, and Mentor. I think that's a good list. Some of them I think is, pretty simple, but it's a start. And it says that they will be displayed again above the number during the first 4 days of the season restart. Now, do you guys think it should just be there permanent while we in this bubble, or is 4 days enough? I mean, after 4 days, if people don't catch the first 4 days, then they're going to forget about it. It would be important to have it during the playoffs when all eyes would be watching. Now, it says players can have a first and second choice, but they do not have to use the space for a social message, the source said. And if they do not, the player's last name would appear in that space. So if we see player's last name, what does that say about them? They don't support social justice reform? I don't know. Now it says after the first 4 nights, a player can simply go back to their last name, or they can choose to continue showing the message, and their name will go below the number. How many players you think are going to stop their message after 4 games? I think that would be no point in doing so if it's only for 4 games. So we'll see. And then that would also let everybody know who it is that's not supporting the movement, because we see their whole name. So there's no confusion. It says the personalized statements are part of a long list of social justice messages the players plan to deliver over the rest of the season when it restarts in Orlando, Florida. Now, they announced this agreement on June 24th to continue to discuss fighting systemic racism, and that they were going to come to this, messages on their backs. Now, the undefeated was said earlier this week that players decided not to use the names of those who have died in police custody on racially motivated incidents on the backs of their jerseys. There were concerns about offending people close to someone whose name might not be used, and over difficulties gaining permission from surviving family members. So that makes sense. And some people may wonder, well, LeBron is wearing George Floyd. Well, I own this or that. I want some money. Or I'm not going to do this or that or whatever. So it could be, I can see some difficulties coming with that. So it's understandable that they chose to do the slogans. And also, I'm glad they gave an explanation about it. It said that the players were involved in nationwide protests, vocal in social media, and active in the aftermath of George Floyd's death and Breonna Taylor. So we'll see. It'll be interesting how it all works out. A lot of players are deciding they don't want to play in this bubble, and some coaches aren't even going to be a part of it because it's risky, and they'll be away from everybody for 3 months. And even there, it's still not safe because the bubble in Orlando is going to allow the employees to leave and go home and come and go as they please, which they're going to come in contact with the players, which basically means it's not a true bubble. To be a true bubble, no one should be able to leave and go, including the employees. And I don't think that's something the NBA is going to be able to find anywhere. But we'll see how it all turns out. That's some news for the sports world. And we'll see how it all turns out. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.